Welcome to TradeTheNBA.com. This is Jonas Reports for the 12th of April, and well, we finished strong, new highs again, and you can see we've been in a continuation. As long as the magenta's over yellow, you're looking good, and now with the blue over the green, you're in a continuous trend run. As you can see, the last time that we started to fade closer in that, that's when you start to express a little bit of weakness, particularly if red is below the blue. It continues until you get that crossover point where you dip below the 33 level here, especially when you're above that, and then it just increases as you move back underneath, and then we just look for the pivots up of the green and blue, and you're back at it again. So all in all, it's not horrible. It's still doing good from a daily standpoint. As you move intraday, and that you get much more fluctuation. From a NASDAQ standpoint, likewise, we're up at the peaks again for the NASDAQ. It's actually just performing nicely, same reading setups. You have cyan under red from a DOC standpoint, so it's always a buy as well as that shakeout. However, just like the S&P, the ES, you have that positive extreme. So that's going to be the low test. If you missed it back here, it was right here on the ES, the 21 level, 40.21. So it'll be a decent retrace when it begins. From a gold standpoint, it had its little run up there, and you can see expressing that weakness, and particularly where blue never got above the green, so we knew it was going to be short-lived if it couldn't make that transition. And from a euro standpoint, also looking pretty decent. I mean, that spread between the magenta and yellow was quite significant, so as long as that spread stayed there, pretty darn good. From an ES, you can see we ended the day within a short setup as it came across, and it slowly worked its way through it, and even in after hours. But then you can see we got to negative 0.8, and then we started to see the pivots up. So it was just a matter of once that gained enough momentum to get up over, that's when your MBI candle comes in place right there, represented by also the little yellow dots. When we start to see a confluence of yellow, the green, and that, those are all these indications of the pivots up under their various scenarios, and that's where we would expect the continuation. Of course, the simple magenta over led to the turnaround. So even though you had a couple of basing bars, I mean, that's just that warning to let you know, hey, potentially you had to be in transition, and then when it finally made that last pop, that was sort of the telltale. From an intraday standpoint, going back during the day, it wasn't a whole lot of volume, but you know, we end up with these soft readings, and again, we get into the super oversold, into the negative red, and that's an indication that you're going to have that turnaround. Even happened right here, 3.32, but not until the pivot takes place. You see, it's that clean in here when we ended up with the blue over green in the continuation. Even when you get these little crosses back over here, well above that 33 level, that's still continuation to the long side until it breaks down, which corresponded to DOC spread, which is cyan moving. It actually caught it just before the actual cyan broke above red, but it was already above green at that particular point, and that led to where we currently are. So all in all, doing excellent within that construct and just getting tighter. Now it's a matter of just breaking each of these into trade constructs, because even within some of these signals, there are secondary telltale readings that develop that give us broader clues as to which ones will fade off quicker in that. And as those are programmed in, I'll explain them to you, and you'll be able to see how it works. And it just gets us tighter and tighter every little bit. So very exciting stuff. As always, though, I will update you on the Skype chat, as well as send out any updates as they're ready. Trade well, and we'll talk again later.